Since its arrival, the 44 View has been absolutely stunning and blown minds, from the huge wall of windows to the massive kitchen island, all the seating, the double lofts, and every year it seems to get a little bit better. But 2025, with all the changes they've made from top to bottom, is probably the best year yet. Let's get into it. So first off, again, one of the key features of the 44 View is what my good friend Aaron here holding the camera has nicknamed the Giant, which is the giant island. I mean, this thing is massive. It's super functional for prep. You will see you have 4 bar stools underneath you can pull out so you have the additional seating. This is just one of the things that really helps set it apart. Oh, now I don't know if I mentioned it, if you saw, it's also a waterfall island. That is definitely just a really cool added feature. But something that they changed this year is the new sink setup. Now, they're not the first manufacturer to put this in an RV, but I love that they have it here. It does just a little bit of everything, right? You have your soap dispenser, you have your glass rinser, you have a vegetable tray here, another one over here. These little guys turn on, help to wash. You can mix and match however you want. You have a cutting board that can fit in there. I mean, it's just a whole bunch of everything that's super functional. And they give you a nice high-rise faucet. It's actual braided steel. That's nice. It feels higher quality than a lot of faucets I've seen. And of course, kind of that black metal, very deep stainless steel bowl. Overall, just a great addition in an already great kitchen setup. Now underneath, you have some pretty good storage space there as well. Over to the side, I wish the plumbing would have been scooched over just a little bit. That takes up the majority of the space there. Maybe that's something they're working on. I know I'm currently in a prototype, so maybe that will change. Hopefully it will. But on the other side, you have great storage space for your trash can right over there. As we make our way in a little bit further, one of the things I also want to point out, and actually let me go over here and show you, because this is one of my favorites, right? This is, I think, kind of what put the 44 View on the map. You have the big island and you have so many windows. You have a huge wall of windows. Now, a few things have changed here. One is they are currently the only ones in the industry with bamboo roller shades. Why? Well, because they're the ones that requested it. So currently the only ones using it, and I love it. I think it's such a nice change from the black we've had in the past. It just blends so much more seamlessly. It's very intentional. And then you have the white curtains along the side. I have been told that these have been treated with a stain guard so that they won't stain as easy. And if you do need to wash them, they are removable. You can throw them in a washer, you're good to go. Now with the windows, all the shades are individually controlled. So if you want to just control one, say, I don't know, I want, should be this one right here. Let me turn those ones off. I'll have just this one right here lower. Nope, that's not it. Which one did I, oh, it's over there. It's over there, Aaron. I guess you gotta learn which one's out. Here you go, ready? Oh, look at that, a side one, right? So I can have just that one lower if I want just one. Or let's say, you know, probably more common use is all these up top. Sun starts coming in. You know what? I wanna lower these a little bit. Take a look at that. I can just lower all of them. And so they're all individually controlled. You can turn all of them on and off as you desire. Yeah, that's just such a great feature to have on this massive wall of windows. This is probably one of the best parts of the 44 View. Moving over to the entertainment system, and I should have mentioned it in the kitchen island here, but they did change the solid surface that they use. So it's a brand new solid surface design. I really like it. It's kind of tough to see, but it has like a little bit of like a, I don't know, kind of like a claw pattern almost. I want to call it like a natural rock vein running through there with like a little bit of silver. Just kind of looks nice. The TV is also electronically controlled. That'll be controlled at that same panel we controlled the shades from. Storage underneath, and then you get the nice big mirrored fireplace right down underneath that. Then we move over to this sofa. So this has changed as well. It's still the same setup, but they use a little bit different material. Again, trying to get a little bit more residential looking. You still get the ottoman here with the excellent storage for things like a throw blanket, so you can toss that right in there. Allows you to put your feet up, which I love. Back in the corner are 2 cup holders if you need those, and you get some additional hidden storage. So you get the shelf right back here, which I love for any kind of drinks. You can set here when you're sitting there, and you get this additional storage right back here. Again, all in all, just a super well done design. You also see they put an electrical outlet over to this side as well as one over on the other side, so that in the event you need to plug anything in, it is super easy access. Something else that I really like that they did, take a look at this. So this is something kind of throughout the whole Salem line that they did. They just added a lot of nice curves, right? You'll see like these curved arches kind of throughout. We'll see it in some of the mirrors, some of the doorways. And again, everything they've done is very intentional and kind of ties Just kind of helps tie the unit together and makes it very cohesive. Let's take a look at the ceiling real quick. There's a few things that I want to point out. One is going to be kind of like your designer architectural beams right here. Obviously, right, they're not going to be for support. They're just for looks, but I really do like the way it looks. And you'll see that they kind of have the metal brackets on there as well. Really just giving it a nice aesthetic. You also see up top, you have a few different lighting sources. You have what they call blade lighting, which is going to be the light strips that they have going all the way across. And I'm sorry, but this is just smart design, right? Instead of having the batten strips that are going to fall all the time, they use the lighting basically as a strip. And now you have a giant light here. They're dimmable, fantastic lighting system. It's nice and bright. Then you get this cool, like Olympic style light right up above the island. It kind of reminds me of like the Olympic rings, right? Just super cool lighting all the way throughout here. Very modern design, very well done. Moving into the kind of kitchen area, you can see the large pantry that pulls out. Look at that. Everything's, finished off nice. It's screwed and glued right in here. Like, built well, looks great, heavy duty, massive extra storage, great utilization of space. You can see right there we have our microwave with storage all the way around. Right down underneath is a 4-burner cooktop because, again, they expect this to have a little bit heavier use, a little more residential, probably not going very far in this. They're going to park it and leave it. So they give you the 4-burner with a huge oven. If you haven't seen this one before, the oven is massive. People say that you can't cook a turkey in an RV. You're wrong. That one can certainly do it. I also like kind of like the tile-looking wallboard they put on here for a backsplash. Looks nice. And then you get the residential fridge, right? Again, you're not going anywhere. You're going to be plugged in. You have the residential fridge here. Massive storage space as well as a nice big freezer space right down below. Over to the side, you can see they routed out the doors. I like what they've done here too. Again, it's very decorative. And if we open this up, you can see that right here is a half bath. And I know some people get freaked out of a half bath off the kitchen, but in my mind, this is just good design. This is where everyone's going to be hanging out. You want a bathroom nearby. And so for me, this just makes sense. As far as space, it's not bad, right? It's not super big. If you're a little bit larger, you may struggle a little bit. I'm 6 foot, about 200 pounds. Because of the cutout, I can sit in here okay. But if you're much bigger, you're probably going to rub on the left wall. The bowl is porcelain, so nice and easy to clean, which again, going with that residential look and feel. I really like. The fact they still put solid surface countertops in the bathroom is just a huge plus for me. Again, it just kind of goes to show you that they're trying to be cohesive throughout. A lot of manufacturers would put in a pressed countertop in the bathroom to save a little money. You also see the stainless steel bowl here, single post faucet, and then the decorative wall board. I really like that. And then a max air fan in here for, well, obvious reasons. You'll also see that there's a little cutout underneath. So if you want a trash can in the bathroom, there is a place for that. Thank you. I always, I have a trash can in all my bathrooms at home. When I go RVing, it drives me nuts when they're not there. So if you're not familiar with the 44 View, another reason that it's super popular besides the awesome living space is the fact that it's a double loft. So you can sleep a ton of people in here, which is why it's such a great vacation home, right? So you have 2 beds in the loft above the main bedroom. And you'll also see you have storage right in between where these bins fit in super conveniently, which really just adds a lot of storage space. You also have a AC right back here, so you have a quick dump so that in the event that, it's really hot, you can open that up. Everyone back here is going to be nice and cool. You also have some additional storage over to the side where the TV hookup is. So, you have a place for just really whatever you want to put there. Plus, you have a TV up here that both people can view. Really just kind of helps make this space great. The other thing I really, really like is the fact that it is completely enclosed outside of the steps. So if there are kiddos, there's much less chance that they're going to, fall and hurt themselves. And again, something I really like about Salem is just great utilization of space when it comes to storage. And so they didn't waste any space, right? Underneath the steps, you get these bins, you have cutouts, just really helping to utilize the space and great design on those. Plus, they come with the unit, and so you don't have to try to find something that's going to work. Now, because we have the loft, we step down into the bedroom, but as you can see, at 6 foot, I have 0 height issues whatsoever. So unless you're, super tall, you're probably not going to have any problems. You'll also notice windows all the way around. I think this was super smart too, because not only can you enjoy the campsite, but if you have like a lakefront view or oceanfront view, you get to enjoy that right here in the bedroom. And again, it's really just kind of what sets this one apart and helps make it the vacation home that it is. You'll see they utilize the versatile bed. Now, this is good for a couple reasons. One, if the incline may help you get out of bed if you have a tougher time. It's also good for reading in bed. But my favorite part of it, and I think the best use, is just how much space it gives you here in the bedroom. I mean, you can easily get dressed in here, which is kind of a lot of times tough to do in a bedroom in an RV. You'll also see it allows for easy access to the storage underneath there too, when the bed's tilted up like it is. And speaking of storage, you will see that you have your dresser right here at the foot of the bed. And again, that same solid surface carried throughout. And then there is TV hookup, by the way. Now, because you have a giant window, you're not going to mount it. You're just going to set that TV right here. But again, I like the fact they did include it. And then over to the side there, you will see that you have additional great wardrobe space, and you get another fireplace in the bedroom, which does more than just look great. That is a 5,000 BTU space heater. So if it is cool, that'll help kind of take the chill off here in the bedroom. And as we head to the back of the RV, this is where our main bathroom is going to be. And again, as I mentioned, it's a double loft. This will be our second loft. Now, the door is going to be a little bit different just because of space. They couldn't have it swing in. So it's going to be a little more of a pivoting style door. And once again, because we have the loft up top, we're going to step down into the bathroom. Now, again, at 6 foot, I don't have any issues here, but if you're a little bit taller, just make sure you watch your head. Now, as we step down in here right away, again, you can see they kept that solid surface. I think that's wonderful. Big countertop space in here as well. Big mirror, new light that they put in for 2025. Again, going with that little more modern feel, modern colors. And then underneath that vanity, something else they do that I really like is they keep that space open, and you still have you pull out drawer on one side, sink or little holder here on the other. Because of the sink, they obviously couldn't have a second drawer. You also see good linen closet storage right over to the side, and it comes standard with washer dryer prep. Now, because these units are mainly going to be like seasonal units that sit there, or again, a vacation home, something like that, a lot of people do opt for the washer and dryer, but again, it does come as prep, so you don't necessarily have to have it if you don't want it. Then we take a look at the shower in here. So a couple things I really like about the shower space. One, it has a decorative surround, which I really enjoy. You can see kind of like the shower tower. So you have your shower head, you have body sprays, hand wand in there. And because this one has the on-demand water heater, you essentially can take, near limitless hot showers. And again, I think that was a super smart choice to have in something like this. Then as we take a seat, again, porcelain bowl, plenty of legroom, just overall great bathroom. One other thing I do want to hit on before we head up to the loft is the fact that they have a courtesy light right here. That's a motion sensor. And I think that's just super smart design so that way you're not tripping over the steps if you're coming in at night. Now, as we go up into the second loft, instead of the spiral staircase, you will have a little bit more of a standard one. And in the bottom of those steps is going to be your central vac with a toe kick. As we come up into this loft, though, you will see this one has the queen bed instead of the two smaller ones over on their side. I really like this setup because, let's say your grandparents, and if the kids come to visit you and you have a couple grandkids, mom and dad can sleep over here, kids can sleep in the other loft, you get the bedroom down beneath. It just works for everyone. You also see good storage space over to the side, some electrical outlets over there as well. There is TV hookup here too, so if you want a TV up here, you can have a smaller TV and a nice big window off over to the other side. Plus, a new addition for 2025, as you can see right behind me here, they gave it a nice upgraded headboard, again, just to kind of help it just be a little more aesthetically pleasing. All right, let's talk a little bit about some of the outside features on the 44 View. Now, with the 44 View and the 42 View, I believe as well, standard, you're going to have a fiberglass exterior versus some of the others in which you would have like here. Now, granted, this is a Grand Lodge, basically the same thing as a Salem though, but there you can see it is going to be the aluminum exterior. So on the bigger View, you're getting the fiberglass as standard, which is going to be a really nice upgrade. Now, again, probably the biggest selling feature of the View is, well, the view that you get. And this thing is covered in windows. As we talked about inside, you have all those windows around the front. This entire campsite is basically all windows, top and bottom. Just love that. And if you are going to be out here, take a look at the size of this awning. You have a massive awning giving you excellent camp space while you're out here. That same blade lighting we saw inside runs the entire length of that awning as well. So again, just as I talked about inside, it's helping everything be nice and cohesive. Now, you'll have two entrances in this RV, this one being the main one. Of course, we have the slider door. And the reason they have your standard steps is because most people will probably build a deck here. And if you're interested, I'm sure you will do the same. So with these, you can just fold them up and they're out of the way versus like your stable steps where then they have to be in a door and it's a huge problem. That's not going to be the case here. You'll also see that they have 6 stabilizer jacks. You have one on each end, which is pretty standard for an RV, but they give you an additional one here. And again, I do like that just so it kind of helps things not rock as much. In addition to that, you have 3 axles on this one too, which again is, I think, a good choice. You know, I mean, it's over 14,000 pounds. And when this thing's moving down the road, not that it's probably going to move it a ton, but I do like the triple axle platform. When it comes to entertainment underneath the awning, a couple different things. One is they have upgraded the speakers, so you get the JBL sound system. Now, when I was talking with some of the guys from Salem, they were saying that with JBL, they require that if you use their speakers, you have to use their head unit too. So the main unit inside is JBL as well, and all the sound system inside now is going to be JBL. You also see TV hookup in case you want some TV outside, and this is a feature that I absolutely love. You have basically a serving tray here, right? And again, the idea, and I know it's really high, the idea is that you will have a deck, and this will be just a much more reachable space, right? A lot more usable. So this entire window slides open, so that way as you're inside entertaining, making drinks, making a charcuterie board, you can just hand them right out the window here. Or if you want, you know, you can pull up some chairs or stools on either side and just kind of use that as like an outside table too. Just love that addition. I think that is just again, just a great addition. And then coming to the back, so for this door, instead of the slider, you have the reinforced glass door here, the tempered glass door. And then this one is going to kind of go into the living area and up the rear loft. So I like that both the doors kind of enter into those loft areas depending on which bedroom you're coming from. Once again, same thing with the steps. Those just fold right up and back. Now, on the back side, this one does have rear ladder prep. So that you know, if you want to get up there, it's a really, really high roof. You know, you're more than welcome to, or of course you can always have a mobile tech come out to take a look at a roof, but it is nice that it is fully walkable. Then the other side, these slide outs have slide toppers standard. So that's going to be a nice feature as well, especially because this one doesn't move a whole lot. And when you want to bring the slides in, you don't want a bunch of sticks and stuff in there because it can jam up the seal. So with those slide toppers, it helps prevent a lot of that from happening. The 44 View is just one of the, you know, it's kind of like I said, like the gold standard in my mind when it comes to destination trailers. It really took the market by storm. In 2025 is the best iteration of this one I've seen yet. You know, you still get the massive windows, the huge island, that same great floor plan, but the design changes that they made inside just set this thing one step above. If you're interested and you would like price and availability, I will leave a link in the comment section below. Just know that because this is brand new, it probably will be a bit before they get in stock. But if you're interested, just click that link. And until next time, I'm Ian Baker, and we'll see you.